Hello everybody, Don't Blink here again with another episode of my new series, Indie Showcase. This time around I'll be covering a game that not too many people seem to know about called Overgrowth. Overgrowth can best be described as a third-person action-adventure parkour combat game starring anthropomorphic bunnies, wolves, and cats. It's the sequel to 2005's Lugaru and is currently slated to release on Windows, Mac OS X, and Linux. Overgrowth was first announced on September 17, 2008, and is currently in alpha. It's based on a brand new engine developed specifically for the game called the Phoenix Engine, and is being developed by Wolfire Games. If any of you have purchased a Humble Indie bundle, then you may already be familiar with them. Former members of Wolfire are the folks who put the bundles together, and Lugaru was one of the games included in the first bundle. Since Overgrowth is in its alpha stages, it's still very much in development. As such, it's not entirely clear just how much content will be in the final game, nor even what sorts of content it will include. What I can tell you is that what is currently in the game impresses me tremendously. As it is now, Overgrowth is comprised of a series of standalone levels. Some of them are populated by enemies, others are just parkour playgrounds which allow you to experiment with the movement options in the game. Your character can run, jump, climb, roll, wall run, wall jump, and all sorts of crazy combinations thereof. Overgrowth makes use of procedural, physics-driven animation which results in very smooth transitions between character movements without sacrificing the responsiveness of the game's controls. As a result, navigating the game's worlds is a blast. Overgrowth is no slouch when it comes to combat either. You can go the stealthy route, sneaking up on your enemies and choking them out before they even realize you're there, or you can go head-to-head and hope to punch, kick, and throw your foes into submission. There are also weapons on some of the levels which, when used, result in some of the most gruesome deaths I've seen in a video game. Characters will bleed profusely, dripping and spurting from every wound. Trust me, despite its appearances, Overgrowth is not for kids. If you should ever find yourself wanting more levels or content, you can always turn to the game's extremely active modding community. Anton's menu mod is a great place to start, adding countless user-made levels to the game, some of which are actually updated versions of Lugaru's challenge levels. And if that's not enough, you can always try your hand at modding yourself. In its current state, you can switch between playing and modding the game with the push of a button, allowing you to modify existing levels or create entirely new ones. The level editor is extremely robust without being overwhelming, and once you get the basic controls down, you'll be building, editing, rendering, and playtesting in no time flat. And if a pre-existing level proves too difficult, you can even tip the scales in your favor by giving your character a weapon at the start of a round. Even in its alpha form, Overgrowth is a heck of a game and a modder's paradise to boot. I'm really looking forward to seeing how it evolves over the course of its development. If you'd like to try the game for yourself, you can pre-order it at wolfire.com/preorder. The developers, all 4 of them, are also very active on their blog, Twitter, and even here on YouTube. Links to those can be found in the description. That's it for this week's episode of Indie Showcase. Thanks for watching.